started with heartbreak and it started with body dysmorphia. When I started at the gym, I weighed 60 kilos. The very first goal was 200 pounds in body weight. Let's just get straight into it, guys. Well. Hello everyone. This is a little bit different for me because Tuesday's video I filmed yesterday. Today is Wednesday. This is actually me spending my time well. It's me prioritizing my time. I'm scheduling stuff, guys. I'm doing well here. So today's Wednesday and I'm filming Friday's video. I have a whole 2 days to edit it and to actually make it better. So hopefully Friday's video will be the best one yet. But as for now, let's just get straight onto today's content. I thought I'd spice things up a little bit today. You see, we're gonna hit torso, but I figured it'd be a little bit more interesting if I spent today just talking to you about my whole lifting journey since it began. So that's what today's gonna be. I kind of want to give it like the illusion like you're working out with me. Like I'll tell the story, I'll hit a set, and then I'll keep telling the story, hit a set, tell a story. So I think it's gonna be a very nice video and it'll be nice to speak about it, you know, so let's just get straight into it, guys. My story starts out like many others in the fact that it started with heartbreak and it started with body dysmorphia. My starting point was skinny and I just didn't like being skinny anymore. And the heartbreak was just a catalyst for starting the gym. And so, literally a week after the breakup happened, I got a gym membership to this gym exactly, to this Pure Gym. And well, like many people, my first session was absolutely shit. I didn't understand the concept of failure. In that sense, I meant that I would always like pick like a number in my head, and I'd always train to that number. And if I went to failure, if I hit failure, I just didn't know what that was. So I kept trying to get more reps and being like, why am I not being able to get these reps? It's so weird. So I wasn't the smartest, and it stayed that way for a little while. For a week, sessions were like that. It was just me doing stuff and wasn't really knowing what I was doing, just hoping that I would grow. I didn't know how to eat, I didn't know how to train, I was just kind of a mess. And you know, that led me to being really inconsistent in my first few weeks in the gym. And then eventually at some point I just took 2 weeks off entirely. I didn't go once. But I put my foot down and I said, okay, we gotta go again. And I ran into a mate of mine who was also walking into the gym. And he said, hey, do you want to tag along? And I was like, yes, I would. So I tagged along with him, and for a month I trained with him. And so I kept training with him for a month, and he just showed me really all the ways about the gym. He taught me most exercises, he gave me my first split, which was push-pull legs. That was my very first split. A shout out to Reese, he's the guy that is helping us carry on. He's the guy that helped me start all this, so yeah. But I went with him for a month during the summer break of 2023, and then I started going by myself once I started year 13, started doing my A-levels again. So by then I was doing push-pull legs just by myself. That's how it was. I just trained alone. I had some great sessions. I always trained to failure, always went intensely. And I was learning more by myself now. Now I was like actually starting to look into it myself. Granted, I had still barely any knowledge about it by this point, but at least I had a good enough knowledge to start it to keep going by myself. when I started at the gym, I weighed 60 kilos at a height of 6'2", it's about 135 pounds. That is very, very light. That is very underweight for someone of my height. So, as you can imagine, I was mostly skin and bones. I mean, I had a little bit of muscle because of my background, which was I used to do martial arts, so I had a slight physique from that, but it wasn't like anything too impressive by any means. It was just basically a bunch of abs and a bunch of defined muscles, and that was it really. So I was quite skinny. I was very skinny, and so my first priority was to put on weight, even if it was just fat. Just put on weight, stop being skinny. So I dirty bulked. I was eating like 3,000 calories a day, maybe 4,000, just trying my best to get bigger by any means possible. And newbie gains do go absolutely crazy when you start the gym, so I put on a lot of muscle very quickly. I didn't put on that much fat, I put on a little bit, but not like a massive amount. So for the most part I really enjoyed those first few months because you see the progress like basically straight away. So that was very fun. In my first month of lifting, I was able to get from 60 kilos to 65 kilos, which felt great. And around this time, Sam Sulek was becoming really popular on YouTube. Like, of course, he started making content in 2023, and I started the gym midway through 2023. So he was blowing up on YouTube through the summer, and I started watching his videos, and that just helped me really keep consistent with the gym, made me really see the vision of it. So I was always watching his videos after the gym, and it just got me really motivated to keep going, so I did. And I went from 65 kilos to 70, and I kept watching his videos, and his videos said you should bulk straight to 200 pounds, so I was like, alright, well let's do it then, it might as well. So that was my very first bulk goal. My very first goal was 200 pounds in body weight. It took me about a year and a few months to get to 200 pounds, so I bulked from August 2023 all the way through to September 2024. It was a very long bulk, and of course by that point I had indeed gained a lot of body fat. Now I was like 20% body fat. It was not good. So once I started uni, first semester I went on a cut, and I dropped 10 kilos. I went down to about 80 kilos, so that was good. And you know what, I was decently lean. I wasn't like competition lean, obviously, I wasn't that lean, but I was lean enough to have a decent look, so that was good. But after that cut, I started this bulk that I'm on now, the second bulk, and it's going to end once I've hit 160 squat and a 120 bench, so that's going to be pretty fun. First few months of my lifting journey can be described by one word. That word is hate, because throughout all of those few months of lifting, I was consumed, literally engulfed, for the hate I had for my ex, and that was really what fueled my lifting. Just how much I hated that person for what they had done to me and how things had gone. Now, of course, that is probably the least healthy way to lift. See, it's not very healthy for the mind at all, inside the gym or outside the gym. So I'd say after maybe 6 months of just that, well, I learned to forgive. I realised that the lifting I'm doing should be only for myself, because I just want to be bigger, because I want to be stronger. So that was the lesson I learned. So just like that, I realised that I needed to let go of that hate, and so I did. And now I don't hate at all. And that's the truth. I really don't, because it's just it had a choke on me back in 2023, and it just made me a miserable person. But now I'm a lot happier, and I'm a lot more at peace, just because I don't hate anyone. So I mean, that's like hands down the most important thing I learned in my time in the gym. One thing I had found over time was that the gym had really helped me improve in many ways I never thought before. Like, obviously I had more discipline now, and I was a lot more confident as well, because, you know, now I was a little bit more confident about how I looked. The body dysmorphia was kind of showing a little bit, which I'm very lucky for. Like, right now I look at my physique and I love it, to be honest. I absolutely love it, because I know what I had before. What I had before was not something I was happy with, so it was great. So literally, yeah, improved my willpower, improved my discipline, my mental health, improved so many things. And I thought, damn, it was just like one decision that just led to such a great path of unveiling. Around March time this year, that was when I started like actually learning more properly about lifting, and that's when I started doing a proper split. I did a anterior-posterior split, which was very fun. Obviously I was doing 2 times a week frequency, and once I started doing that, as compared to a bro split, which was what I was doing before, my gains just started skyrocketing. Now that I was progressively overloading properly, I was managing fatigue. I tried doing full body every other day. That didn't go so well. It was just very long, and I just was always tired by the end of it. And as much as I like spending 4 hours in the gym, it was getting a bit too much. So I started doing torso limbs instead, which is what I've been on for about all summer now. And you know, I'm really enjoying it, so I reckon I'm going to stick with it for a little while. So yeah, but now the gains in the last like 6 months of properly like science-based lifting have been absolutely great. Absolutely amazing. Like, I've never seen gains like this since like newbie gains back when I first started. It's great. Pretty great. So about 2 years of lifting, went from 60 kilos to 91 kilos, because that's what I'm at right now again. It's my second time being 200 pounds. And I like to think I'm a lot leaner than last time. Well, I definitely am. Same about maybe 15% body fat now, as compared to when I was about 20%, 22% last time. So, yeah. And just that one decision from 2 years ago led me to this room here with my shirt off, with this great pump, and you know, what can I say? I'm a lot happier. But you know the routine, let's get a proper video of it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Post Gym Yap. And I guess you're probably thinking, why did I tell you this story today? Why did I tell you my story? And truth be told, I kind of just want to spread the word that at any point in your life you can make one big decision and it will ultimately lead to you having a better life. That is exactly what happened to me. And I'd argue it probably actually happened twice, because you know, I made that first big decision to go to the gym, and now here I am making this video. And I guess making content as well was quite a big decision that I decided to make, and I enjoy doing it. I love doing it, and it's really helped my confidence. If you're unhappy with anything right now in your life, you can change that. You genuinely can. Like, I was unhappy with my physique, obviously, so I improved that. And it doesn't have to be about like the gym again. This can be about anything. It doesn't have anything to do with the gym. It could literally just be about life in general. If there's anything that's making you unhappy or it's making you uncomfortable, you can change that. You can change that. It may be a hard decision to make, but think of what will happen once you've made that decision. You can just be so much happier. You can be so much more peaceful. I don't think I have anything more to add on any of that, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you do like it. I really hope you did enjoy it. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you later, guys.